You know.
So
Like,
Leo, you come for the show with your mashup self. I forgot to talk about your mashup body.
once upon a time, they used to say, you pop down, you pop down.
You pop dog.
Yeah.
Them have one song about it. Tired body, something.
Yes, Sam, I pop down bad on a Saturday morning, and it's like, I didn't feel like get out of bed this morning. Oh, we are live online, and we're not supposed to talk about bed, living in a bed, because we are live and bright and shiny and all of them good things of life. Life, not sleep.
Yes. Well, good to see you this morning, Leo, despite your pop down body self. But since we're here, let us just have some fun and find out if anybody else down the pop down on this a good Saturday morning, because when we grow up on a Saturday morning, and a pop down body time where you have to go market, tidy house, clean house.
Yeah, oh my God. This is the morning that parents used to get up and start play one certain kind of music and then clean out the house. By the time you wake up, the house completely popped down, right? Everything gone, they move out and I clean out. And my sister them, by the way, me not do no work.
You not do no work?
No, me not do no housework. Me never do no housework. I have 3 sisters. I had 3 sisters.
No, no matter how much sister you have, you should have get work to do too. That's not right.
That's bad.
No, that's not right.
I grew up as the only boy. Them spoil me bad.
So you mean you not get to take out the whole, you send them a dress at them and put them out the door?
Them say, get up out of the bed. And then they have to get up and gone out the street.
Okay, that's why last week you wanted a woman to cook and clean.
Hey, listen, we're not talking about last week. We're not talking about last week.
This is how you were raised.
We're talking about this week, sure.
But Michelle, this is a reflection of his upbringing. Bad upbringing. 41 fried dumpling and ackee and saltfish.
My sister then take care of me good.
Bad upbringing. Poor upbringing.
Very bad.
Especially the one with them Sonia.
Some impractical expectations of wife. And that's why nobody ever measure up.
Let me tell you something. Listen, no matter which part the food come from, we poor, but Sonia always make sure say food up on the table for me anytime I come from bush at the time.
Wow.
Never gonna go no further. I mean, I forgot cost Sonia.
Yes. You're stuck in your ways.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, Michelle. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great.
Good morning, Mr. Leo. Good morning, Miss Michelle. I'm doing fabulous. Yes. I can saltfish, pear, brown bread, mint tea from around at the front of my yard, mint. So I'm not complaining.
Wait, mash me up Wednesday night. I talk about all kind of.
Tuesday, we keep us say Wednesday. Yeah.
You have another show Wednesday.
Oh yeah, you have one show Wednesday. Actually.
I have one show Wednesday too. So that's why. But Tuesday night we were talking about whole heap of house remedies. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, and oh my God, I did not know that we practice so many things in Jamaica at all. I had no clue.
Yeah.
It's almost Christmas already,
Yeah. The stores have decorations up already. If you go Lowe's or anywhere, some people actually start putting up their Christmas decorations.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. In my
cousin. I know Christmas out at when I don't know if Christmas I go stop at Jamaica this year. I think it I go stop right there.
Stop, man. It goes stop. It just maybe the old-fashioned Christmas, the simplified version where just with family and the cook, eat, and just enjoy each other.
Probably Michelle, that's it. Probably I like how you look at it.
Yes. But I have experience from last year. Last year, remember say
last year Christmas never keep. It was never keep.
Oh my God! Why? Christmas has become such a commercial thing over the years, you know.
Yeah, money making business.
Yeah, you spend 2 months buying gifts. You don't enjoy them because you just come home and you don't pack them. The store just pack them and sell them and send them off, or you buy it on Amazon and it's gone. You know, that kind of thing. It's
Yeah.
You know, what about the days where we pack our Christmas items and parcel it and put it down and wait for a friend them and family to come over, come enjoy it, open it up, and the kids them make enough noise. And I mean, what happened to those days?
I don't
The
know.
society change, you know, society change, keep changing. And to me, it accommodating to the lazy people like myself who don't like to do much. But even though you notice you can order your food, your dinner prepared. When they prepare it, send it to you. So like for Christmas now, you can order your Christmas dinner. No longer you have to be in the kitchen the day before cooking. So I
cook for one whole day.
Yeah, society just changed.
But it's so much more fun though having to, well, I mean, I enjoy the whole preparation of it. I enjoy from Christmas Eve cooking and basing things and drinking and whole day through to Christmas.
And having your daughter and your son over to help you to put the thing on that and to put the thing on that and to, you know, and make sure you open the oven and
taste the things.
Yeah, and yeah,
And
that's
taste.
you lose that flavor, you lose that whole camaraderie, that whole family thing where you come down in your pajama. Come down in your pajama and you know and thing, you know. What happened to that? You lose all of that.
I don't know if we used to come down in a pajama when I was growing up. I think we used to come down in a big t-shirt. I really know pajama for when you go stay with your auntie somewhere, you carry your pajama. Other than that, you have on some oversized t-shirt or some long old nightie.
Somebody we don't argue with me the other day. Say we were writing and Jamaicans not accustomed to pajama. Who does say that to me? Somebody that said that to me.
That's not true. We are accustomed to pajama and nightie.
The term pajama. We're not accustomed to the term. I lie them I tell you, because me have pajama in Jamaica.
Yeah, we also have a nice pajama, especially the old time one, not button down. You know, what do you call it?
You mean nightie?
No, we still have with nightie with like a frill at the bottom.
But you have the flannel pajama.
Yeah, we have it button down.
Yeah, I know about the flannel one. Yeah, the flannel pajama.
Everybody had it.
But you know, my grandma was the typical nighty person, because if you saw grandma 7 o'clock in the morning, she had on her nighty.
She have on her nighty. No. She have on her duster, Leo. She don't have on no nighty. She have on her duster or her house dress.
Oh, I know the difference.
No life on her nighty.
The duster the one that have the button go all the way down that you put over the nighty.
Oh.
And they have 2 pockets on the side.
Oh, and when she got bed at night, you know, so the nighty is the one that goes she maga, right? So it just goes straight down to the ground, all the way down to the ground. And it probably have a little button right just so, or something like that. And probably right?
Yeah.
And then she have on, listen now, she have on 3 socks, not 3 pair of socks, not 3 socks with different color. 3 different color. 2 on one foot and 1 on the other one. That's my grandma. And then the tie head. The tie head is a we call it thing women use, the thing where them pull up to, what do they call it again? Stocking. The stocking is the old stocking, and it twists up at the top and it cover down right around here. So you know, pantyhose.
Oh, the top part of the pantyhose.
The top part of the pantyhose go over the head, and then use the foot them to go around like that.
Hey, but you got it bad around here, because if you were wearing your hair in a wrap or something like that, that would have kept it perfectly.
Oh, you mean?
Imagine the next morning you just wake up and shake your wrap. Nice.
She never wear a wig, so the great thing them and she plait her head. So I don't know what the purpose of the stocking for, because it's not like our hair would look like yours, Diane, you know.
Well, she probably wear the stocking to keep her head warm, because you have to cover your mole. So cover her mole.
I want your mole again.
No, so I didn't know mole really existed until I had my son. Because when they're born, they actually have the hole in their head.
Yes.
You didn't know that?
You always have the mole.
You never know that, Leo?
No.
Yeah, really?
I'm sorry.
We had to protect. The doctor was like, you have to protect it, make sure you don't touch it, and cover it. Yeah, they have a little mole, very soft spot.
Very soft spot.
In their head. I thought it was just a what, you know, like one of those tales they make up about the mole.
Oh.
Yeah,
so
but
it get hard. It get
cover your mole because you get cold
hard
and
after.
it gets to your mole.
Yeah, as they get
after.
older. Yeah, as they get older.
It's probably a conch in it.
You get a lot of conch, right?
I did.
If
If I was a big conch, yo.
Them used to ball we head when we go back to school, and as a little boy, the big boy them used to come and conk in the head all the time, you know. So yeah, but you know, not get them
so,
there.
Good to be here, Leo. What we're supposed to be talking about? Because we've gone from our usual tangent to talk about other things.
We're supposed to talk about things hard at Jamaica. Something that we were supposed to talk about Tuesday night, and all of a sudden Dianna come out and ask me one question, and it go off on whole heap of different tangent and cause the show to completely go away from what we were supposed to be talking about.
And you know, we probably off on another tangent this morning because you talk about what your granny used to wear on Saturday morning.
Exactly.
Time. What is the Saturday morning activity? Me want to know what people do at Saturday morning time. And do you really know it?
Yeah, clean house.
Church. We went
to church.
Oh, okay.
So when you come from church, Michelle, what time you come from church?
Oh my, a night.
Church a whole day.
Night.
All day.
Church a whole day. This is a 7 day Adventist.
Early morning before daylight. I will come back till night.
We'll come back till 7
o'clock. We eat at church, like we cook the dinner before the Friday night. Saturday morning, you pack it. So my grandmother had one bag with the lunch, you know, like our different food was in different containers for me and my cousins. When church service finished for lunch, you eat. If you want to sleep at church, you sleep. Some people go home, but because we were, you know, we would have to take transportation, we just stayed at church. We laid down on the bench, sleep, slept for a while, woke up, and then we had to go to ministry, where we'll go to the hospital, Falmouth Hospital, or we walk in the community, talking to people. Then we go back to church, evening church, had Vesper, and then after Vesper, we went home, and it was night.
Oh, we had Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder. But we did Pathfinder on Sunday.
Okay, we did Pathfinder Saturday evening. So
my God.
Yeah.
It was a full day.
Full day at church. Oh gosh.
Oh my God. But on a regular, you know, the regular Sunday people them, a Saturday morning them really get up and clean house.
Yes.
I mean, I was kicked out of the house. Pretty much.
So let me ask you something, Michelle. So when you clean house and wash clothes, Sunday?
For me? I didn't.
Your house.
Oh, hold on. You can't ask Michelle that kind of question there, okay?
As a Seventh-day Adventist, when do you clean house and wash?
Okay, my grandmother usually clean up on Fridays, so the house is clean for the Sabbath.
Okay.
Yeah, but she wash on Sunday, like our uniforms and everything. Wash on Sunday, so it's ready for Monday morning. Okay. But she always makes sure the house is clean for the Lord to come in on Saturday morning.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so Michelle, I know them the thing that what happened on a Friday morning because she got to school.
Okay.
Right. So,
she did, yeah. She clean, go market, do everything.
Yeah.
But before sunset.
Whenever you see the mat them out the door, right? Because all of our mats get thrown out either on the veranda or the back door on a Saturday morning. And once you are step on mat, you know say you're not supposed, me know say I'm not supposed in the house. So me left and me go on a bush, go do mango or guinea or locust
whatever
or something.
is in season.
or play tar. Yeah. You know what? Play tar. You mean that? Play tar.
You play marbles.
Marble. There you go. Like
Yeah.
you see, you're a good girl. You know.
But I understand how they grow like that. Cause my grandma used to make sure my boy cousins do something. Like they had to do something, like clean, wash plate. Like she purposely make sure they learn. And now they actually do those things.
You know,
Yeah,
some boy grow up bad, Michelle. He grow up bad.
Me didn't wash no clothes until I reach a college.
No man, she teach them to wash.
And I had the hardest time when I went to college to learn how to wash and iron. I mean, never did it.
Oh my God. You really grew up bad though. That is poor upbringing. That is very poor upbringing.
I'm sure there are a lot of us men who are like that. The only ones who are probably different are the ones who grow with their granny, right? And they're the only son, the only figure or young kid inside the house. But as long as you grow with sister, hey, listen,
you get away.
But me never get away now. Here what happened now. On a Friday, my mother, and Saturday and Sunday, my mother's cell was a regular what you call them again? Igla. And that's not what they call them back in the days, in the 60s. In fact, they didn't have any name for it. But she used to go out and carry. Yeah, there you go. I used to carry the grip. I used to walk with the grip on top. So if you're talking about my mole now, it's to grow straight up in the ear because I used to carry the grip on top of my head and cause something because my ear used to grow straight up in the middle like that. And Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I carry grip on my head. So no, when we get up and gone early Saturday morning, no. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Michelle, what people them I say them are up.
Okay, Sonia Hazel says, even though time and things hard, we must make the best of the day. That is true. Clarion says, and it shows that them spoil your bad. Indeed. Sonia says, good morning, everyone. It's a nice, sunny, and cool here in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Davina said, good morning. Lorna says, good morning, guys. Watching from North Carolina. I just can't afford to miss you. Michelle, I like the hair. Please share the secrets.
Oh, you want to see my hair too? You want to see my hair so you can comment on it?
Lorna said, remember the Hasifata. That's how it's pronounced.
What?
Hasifeta. That's how it's pronounced.
Well,
and they would put it in the baby mold. Something you put in baby mold.
Oh,
I don't remember.
When I talk about something foreign now to me.
Yeah, I don't even know that. I've never heard of it. But Dee said the word pajama was not popular. Nighty and night clothes. Paulette says, what is the Pathfinder? Somebody answered. It said, it's a club within the Seventh-day Adventist Church for young people. It's similar to Boy and Girl Scout. It goes up to elderly too, not only young people.
And only young people used to come up from one.
Only young, but they have the elderly. They usually the masters.
So the elderly would have their own club meeting, or were they into one meeting with everybody?
Well, they have divided class meetings, but then when they have their big events, then everybody join in. Okay. Dee said the boys never do any housework. They do yard work. Yeah. But you never said the yard work. You see everyone go
on a bush.
I do housework. I said I don't do housework, but me have to clean up yard. Me have to sweep up yard all the time. That's
okay. Lon said, easy on Leo. It's not his fault. It's his parents. You have no control over your upbringing. That is true.
Well, we still maintain saying bring you up lazy.
I just say good morning, royal panelists and fellow listeners. Nancy Brown says kids should have set chores around the home and should be rewarded.
Nancy, go ahead, Nancy.
Yes. Read that again.
I had a set chore. I had to sweep up the yard. How small it was, I had to sweep up the yard. Me get bus ass. No, me get awesome. Me use my broom like so. and my daddy come and say, what a boy lazy. And him beat me. puzzle.
Mona Lisa says for the Pathfinder, it's available to anyone, and being 7 day is not a requirement. That is true. It's for the community.
Anybody?
So I
Leo,
just
sorry,
said,
let me ask Leo this about him broom. So Leo, you were motorizing the broom operation.
Yes, it was a. Do you know what a broom is? A broom is a coconut stem that the thing with them. The jelly grew upon the piece where the jelly grew upon, right?
Yes.
oh, that's what
Falls off and it
Yes.
has whole heap of sprang upon it, and it is broom. So we take it and make broom because a leaf it's like a rake, a leaf where I sweep up, you know.
Okay.
And so we use that. So because it's short and then it sprawl off the different tentacles down there, I would take it and just do like this, you know.
Motorize it.
Yeah, something like that.
Sandra Sterling said, Leo, I saw you grow up lazy.
Yep.
Yes.
Leroy is in. Say it with all your chest, Leo, and say, I'm proud.
Proud.
Leroy said, Britain, I guess London is in the house. Sandra said, every man in our family knows how to cook and clean. That is true.
We learned how to cook, but we didn't learn how to clean house. But ladies and gentlemen, make no mistakes. I used to walk 9 miles a day with my mom with the grip on top of my head from Rockobess. We take bus content and have to walk all the way back to Stratton and Boscobel to take bus to come back home. So no, I walk enough miles. My sister didn't never do that. They don't understand that.
Okay. I guess I just separate the male roles from the female roles.
There you go.
But
So
I
the
don't know
man
that there's
supposed
a
to provide.
separation of it.
I don't think so, but yeah. But I guess the men's supposed to provide. So I guess you're the provider in all your relationship. Like you go out and work. So anybody that wants to be a stay-at-home wife, a kept wife.
I never said anything like that. That is her. That is your cut words, okay? Me not say nothing at all like that.
Take off my ring. Let me take off them ring here. Let me take them off.
Exactly. I know me she had described. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Dee says, seeing my brothers cook in the US is funny to me. They never go near the kitchen. Sandra said, Leo, I remember the broom. I saw me one. Leroy say yes. Nicosi said, "Una leave Leo alone." All right, we'll leave Leo alone because he's a upstanding gentleman, you know.
But you know, it's amazing, Leo, and I want to pause on the coconut. It would seem that you could do so much back then with a coconut tree. It was almost essential to living.
Yes.
Because you talk about using that part of the coconut tree for the broom. Then there's another part that was used for the brush
for the brush and bat for playing cricket.
Oh, you use a part of it for cricket bat too?
The end of the limb, when it falls off, right? We cut off the end of it that hangs on to the tree and cut off the leafy part and use that part to play cricket. It was a regular bat. Oh my God. Listen.
I know about that.
The coconut tree is the most, what the word may I use now, resourceful tool in a Jamaica. Everything where we cook have coconut in it. The coconut trash can't eat. Because we take and make sugar after we done. We use the brush, we use the limb, we use the part, when we just said cut off a back bat, we use it to skate down the hill. the limb itself that we use to Palm Sunday. I mean, coconut is the most resourceful tool we have in Jamaica. Nothing else.
So you mean we could really survive between having 2 goats and 2 coconut trees? All right.
Jelly, we eat the jelly and the water. Thirsty. I mean, everything.
No, you know, enough it thirst. Coconut water, if it you drink it. Yes.
Wash off your heart. Oh, bad man.
So it's medicine too, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Coconut is everything to a Jamaican, and we need to list all of the things that coconut, the actual coconut itself turn into some curio, some carvings, and we take and make bird.
Oh, my mom
bird
just
them.
said it's used to make roof at the house.
Make what?
The roof, the thatch
Roof, thatch roof, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
thatch roof, right? So,
Yeah.
so
Oh,
coconut
so that's when you would use the Wackland Dab house and then that become the roof.
roof,
the thatch
yes,
roof.
yes.
Yeah.
And think about it. Even our curio shops have
Yeah,
coconut.
bags.
Yes. We have little bangles where we make with the hard shell. We shine on the shell and make the angles. We make coconut hats. Bunononus hats. Coconut is the Jamaica's #1 not that.
Oh, my mom just said it can be used to make gunpowder. They used to use it for gunpowder back in the day.
The shell, the shell when it grit. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Shell.
Wow. We need to get a coconut farm.
Yeah.
We need to get
I
a
never
coconut
knew about.
farm.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
the
And listen,
utility.
we went to the farm last when we were in Jamaica. What did
Mhm.
they use to start the thing? To start the ginger or whatever it is that we were looking
The
at.
kaya.
It's kaya is coconut thing, coconut brush that they use there. And we say, why not use
Yeah.
dirt? Because when they mash up the coconut like that, it
Yeah.
gives it breathing
Grown
space.
it, yes.
I
it
should
must-
say-
it must-
And my mom said make oil and fuel.
Coconut
for
oil,
food.
Jesus,
Coconut.
the most important thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
Coconut oil.
We
One
need to get a coconut farm, man. We
One
need to
Jill
get
a
farm.
coconut oil. One Jill a coconut oil.
How much
Big
is
Jill.
a Jill?
Oh, I mean, what is a Jill? Come on. Me not answer that question there because that's what embarrassed me for you to ask me that question.
Okay.
You're
How
embarrassed.
much is a Jill? I
Me
don't
not-
know. Is it like a pint? What is it equivalent
Answer
to that I
You're
can
supposed to know the
identify?
Jill. You're
How
supposed
much
to
is
know
that,
the
Jill?
Jill
So
a Jill.
is a pint? What did the Jill
Less
Less than
translate
a
to?
point. My mom
No,
said
it's
it's
not
less
pint.
than a
It's not
point.
point. It's not point.
It's
It's
less than a
pint.
Pint. Yeah,
Pint.
she
Less
said
than
less
a
than a
pint.
pint. Less than a
Okay.
Not a
pint.
pint. It's less. One
Leo
Jill
no
is less.
no. I truly don't know. Make him a go
One
and
Jill.
expensive.
One Jill less than a pint. Okay.
Yes.
One Jill less than a pint. I think
Then
a
that
two
may
Jill-
ask you, and you have to make Michelle mother have to tell you what a good thing. So whoever has a good resource, you never know. They must rub your
could you-
shop when you go buy big Jill aisle.
No, they have half Jill, big. They have Jill and they have big Jill and pint.
Yeah.
They have
They have
quarter.
no pint because
What?
the pint you said a little bit more than that.
So we can't bother with you, man. We can't bother with
Rob
you.
your shop, rob off your mama money.
So my mother is in the background. So she's saying that coconut was a big deal, but in
Back
the
in the day.
80s, a disease
I
destroyed
remember that. Brown
the
top.
whole crop. It said in name lethal yellow,
Brown
yellow.
top. Yeah, they
Brown
call it
top
brown
also.
top. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened
Oh.
back in the 80s, the whole of the coconut tree them at Jamaica, most of them. And so what they did, listen to this.
Yeah.
I went to Sunsplash 1996. 1996. I went to Sunsplash 1996. And because of all those coconut trees that were gone, they cut them down and they use them and split them up in 3 or 4 or 5 and use them as car stoppers. So we went into this big car park, and when you drive up to into your spot, what stopped you from hitting the other car is a coconut. It's a coconut.
Oh, so it was a sleeping police. Them take them.
Yes, something like that. Yes.
So let me ask you something, Leo. Going back to the big Jill, was it just oil that you bought in that measure? Or
Somebody- yes.
it was a measure for everything fluid?
No, it's just oil. I don't know anything else that you buy. Because the woman who made oil, she would make it was great at the coconut and make the oil right there. And then
Right.
she
But when you went to the store, if you went to the store, was that how they measured other things?
Yeah. Back in the day,
Okay.
they would pour it out, pour the oil out in a Jill container or a half Jill or a big Jill or a pint or something like that. And then you have your container that you bring with you, and they'll pour the Jill out in there.
You had to bring your container to put the oil into.
Yes. The Jill
So
is just a measuring
recycle long time before recycle was a thing.
long time. And it could have gone in a cup, any cup, or any plastic container, or any metal container.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. We used to even use what thing the pan, the cheese pan. I know cheese pan and call it. What they call it again? I know cheese pan and call it back in the day. I don't remember what they call it. Something under that pan. Somebody help me here. The same
Then
cheese
a
pan.
No more see cheese
Butter pan.
pan.
Butter pan.
So butter came in the pan. Why was it
Yes,
called
the same
butter
cheese.
pan?
The same one as cheese that they have the cheese now was butter pan. They have used to have the pound butter in that pan.
Butter in a pan?
Yes, it's called butter pan.
Okay, we have a few.
Oh my God. Me not so old, you know. Me not so old. Me don't know why you ask me question. Ask the people them question.
But Michelle no know.
We don't know. My mother knows. So.
Yes, thank God we have Mish Mom.
Butter pan. We used to eat out of butter pan.
Johnny says, division of labor, housework for girls, heavy duty, garbage and heavy lifting, and yard work for boys.
That's right.
Sian said that's discrimination.
That's all that was happening back in the 60s and 50s and 40s.
Leroy said, great history lesson for someone born in the UK. Love it.
Leroy Hogg is my cousin.
Oh, is your
really?
cousin? Hi,
Yeah.
Leroy.
I can't sweep up out a yard.
D done say mattress. I guess the coconut can use for mattress too.
Yes, kaya type thing. Yeah.
Oh,
D
that
said,
can joke.
yeah, D said she too young to know the Jill. Sandra said, Leo, me walk enough miles too. If you wash clothes, me have to walk a good pan. Why Sandra always do this to me? Really? Enough miles we get water with quarter pan me head and walk up wrong.
What kind of pan?
What she say? Quarter. C-O-T-A.
Cutter.
I don't know if I didn't have to have neck walking home with all those heavy things on my head.
That's right. When because water not in a fluid district, we had to walk a half a mile to the nearest standpipe. Anybody know standpipe?
Yeah, we not standpipe.
Walk to the
Some
nearest
communities are happy.
and the whole community in a line for water. Water only come between like 2 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock in the morning. When it comes to 5 o'clock, then it starts to drip. It starts to slow down. Trickle, yeah. And people still stand up there. I used to hate when I had to go there and see this man with a donkey and in 2 hamper. And him have 2 hamper full up with big can. And we have to sit down and wait upon him. That was hard.
Then we don't play while you know wait for full up a
play what? You have to turn up in a line. If you don't turn up in a line, you don't get no water. If you step out, you lose the line, you have to go back. You're crazy?
Oh.
You have to stand still.
Patricia says, everyone, good everyone. Happy Sabbath, Dianna. Make sure you guys look fabulous. Leo, you look okay. LOL. Love you guys so much. Energy, especially Leo. Johnny said, I used to have a big Jill liquid measure for syrup bottle. In syrup bottle.
Oh, so they used to sell other things then.
Yeah. Lorna says Big Jill is half a pint. Sandra said, okay, no, me no so old as Leo. I don't remember anything about Jill. Maybe I am old, losing my memory. Nancy said peas and corn was measured in that way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nancy said butter pan. I guess I want to ask, but it's butter pan.
Okay, all right. You know this song where Sammy pla pisa can go. You know that's and he be till. Okay, so the song is not saying pisa can, you know. It's saying peas and corn.
Yeah, somebody correct me.
Sammy pla peas and corn don't go.
Nobody knock me over, Leo, because me know say a piece of corn in plant down there.
Yeah, somebody when they correct me the other day.
And corn.
Sammy plant peas and not gully.
That's
so good.
So we have another show now if we talk about the song that we think so we go on and so we go.
Peas, it's peas and corn. So they used to measure peas and corn by the butter pan. Yeah, but I didn't know about the Jill.
Peas and corn donut. It that not so too good.
Somebody rolling angry if I know say a piece of corn him join. Oh my God, no.
Ali said, good morning, my people. Joanne said, and the outer part of the coconut tree is used for mattress. Yes. Yeah, Lorna said, Big Jill is half
a pint.
Half pint. butter pan and the cheese pan is the same size.
Right, same size, yeah.
Yeah, PMC, I'm learning quite a lot.
Let me tell you something.
Sorry, let me ask you.
Ackee and saltfish and dumpling is not good until you taste it, boiled dumpling, until you taste it in a butter pan. I'm not
But a butter pan is a deep thing, so why you want to eat out of a deep container?
Oh, you go figure it out. All right, go figure it out.
On our road trip, we'll be eating out
of calabash and butter pan.
Hell no. Well, I will eat out of the calabash, but I'm not eating out of no cheese pan. No, me too old, live my life too long. Figure eat out of no cheese pan or no butter pan or no calabash.
We have to sit up a rock stone and eat out of butter pan.
I'm a good proper China plate, me we eat it.
No. You're not coming on the trip.
Eat out on a box.
You're not coming on the trip. You're not coming on the trip.
Well, I will stay at home. I don't care. Yes. And you don't know Jamaica. I have to drive Uno.
He said, yes, it's standpipe. Because he said, real talk, Leo. Sandra said, we use butter pan to get water. The butter pan is the same thing as the gallon paint can. At least that's what my grandmother called it.
No. It's two different things. The gallon paint can a different thing.
Oh, what you think the gallon?
It's not that big. It's not that big. Gallon butter pan is not a gallon. It's like a half a gallon.
Is it the regular Tasties cheese can that we're talking about?
Yeah, yes.
The regular one.
That's not a gallon.
Right, it's not a gallon quite. It's not quite a gallon yet.
Yeah.
Unless I use the rubber down a rat trap with the paint.
and 4 gallon is equal to?
4 gallon, Leo?
4 gallons of liquid or something is equal to. Is equal. No, man. 4 gallons is equal to 1 zinc pan.
1 zinc pan? What is wrong with Leo?
You don't know what a zinc pan is?
Call your mother.
You don't know what a zinc pan is?
Sir, what is a zinc pan?
Well, I tell you, miss out on a whole lot of things.
Okay. I can tell you what a zinc pan is.
She says it's a washing pan. From zinc material.
Pan is a kerosene pan.
No, she said a washing.
No, man, it's a kerosene pan. It's a kerosene pan. The zinc pan is a kerosene pan.
But it really didn't come with kerosene, though. It didn't come with kerosene, you know.
No, she said it's a cooking oil.
Yes,
it comes with
either kerosene or cooking oil or palm oil or one of those. But they were very popular around Jamaica.
Palm oil and cooking oil on the same aisle.
Oh,
she said I use the pan to cook curry goat.
There you go, Mama. Ivan, you're the right thing. You do the right. That's the right thing. And I've been waiting for that, for somebody to say it's a curry goat pan. That's what when you got dance that we cook curry goat, you know.
Oh, wow.
Okay, thank you very much. Ivan. You're a good girl. You understand the thing.
But that's not too thin to cook in. Why them couldn't just use it pot?
You want to see them cook rice night and it on poto rice. The tapai can't cook on the bottom and the bottom pata. Jesus.
Okay, Paulette said good morning. How do I register for your trip? I was talking about this trip.
Where is she?
Where are you located, Paulette?
And where is Miss East? Miss East is in Jamaica. She needs to know that she's on the trip, but I don't see her. Miss East.
I'm not serious. Michael said, real talk, Leo. Good morning, guys. Road trip, nice. Zinc pan is a cooking oil tin.
Yes.
And Michael says zinc pan, cooking oil tin we use when cooking at wakes. I guess funerals.
Yes.
Arlene says 4 quarts is 1 gallon, Leo. On the back of the exercise book.
Quart. It's a 4 gallon. It's a 4
gallon. Exercise book.
4 gallon equal 1 zinc pan. But there's no quart. There's a quart.
Johnny said, not as old as the race in the USA. Just love to listen to you as many stories from my elders, Miss Lou, PBS, Vacation Museum, and the internet. before internet dictionaries, encyclopedia, and libraries, and an avid reader of books presenting nonfiction novels. I was curious still, so that's how I found out about your website. Awesome, guys. You rock. Thank you.
Boy, hold on,
Just
Michelle, make me just wallow in that, because you realize we're in the same category as encyclopedia.
and PBS. PBS. You know PBS.
Jamaica
people?
PBS. All right. Leo, you have to go name with PBS. You have to become the PBS.
Yeah. Patricia says you can stand in line for hours, but there's no guarantee you'll get any water done. Oh,
Smart.
wow.
You never, there's no guarantee. And especially if two men there with donkey, Jesus Christ, you're dead.
What do you do when you go, man? You not get no water, Leo?
You just got, okay, me a boy, we just got see.
Okay. River, you never have river?
Yeah, we had river, but river is far. We just got, they have, where they at the beach, they also had some stalls where you can get fresh water to bathe. And so, you know, we would go there. Sometimes when we're completely out of water, some people go down to go get water.
Okay.
That's
rough. Yeah. But it's kind of sad though, because even presently, people still are having water issues where they don't have water in their community.
Hard life.
Yeah, it's rough.
Things rough. And you know, my mother would have said, if we not have water for your day or so, you know, when it comes to date at night, say, Leo, go and go wash your hand, your foot, and your face.
So you only wash essentials.
Go wash your essentials, yes. Go wash your hand, your foot, and your face, and go your bed. I never forget those words. Never forget those words. That's
good though.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So what's our topic?
Hard life. That's what we're talking about.
Hard life. You know what's sad? I saw the other day when there's a post about how they're selling salt now, just a teaspoon of salt. Did you see that picture?
No, we're in Jamaica?
Yeah, in some communities that people can afford to buy, you know, like you whole bread. So they buy like 2 slices of bread. They can't afford to buy the whole thing of salt, so they just buy a teaspoon. So they buy whatever they need for when they're cooking or for when they're about to eat. They don't have the luxury to buy, you know, like grocery for the entire week or a few days.
Back in the day, what used to happen was when people in the community don't have the salt or the sugar or the bread, they used to go next door to the neighbor and say, you can't, you know, spare me some sugar or spare. But then the days when people never have the pride wasn't so strong.
Yeah.
You know. But people so proud now, them will never do that, you know. But it was okay. Miss Pam, give me one thing of sugar now, one cup of sugar or something like that. That wouldn't be a problem. Yeah. And we could have probably give up half a bread or something like that.
But it's kind of surprising, because like even I'm in Jamaica, like you hear people just pass and ask. Like my mother, you know, like everybody just asks, even my mother too, like she don't want to go into the town. Ask, like people say, you have breadfruit, we need breadfruit for breakfast. Or you have sugar, we need some sugar.
Those are easy. Yeah, the hard ones are the sugar and the flour and the salt and the oil and piece of salt.
Yeah, the oil. I said when we go farm out to buy back the oil, but you know, like you run out of oil, you just ask a neighbor. And it
just it depends on how you live, how communities you know, live over time. It was easy. Just go to the fence and say, you know, may I make soup or whatever it is. I suppose they could do that. Thankfully, never had to have those experiences. But I think Michelle was spot on, or whoever said that pride seemingly has overtaken us. But it's not just pride. I think is that we just don't care for each other as much as we ought.
Probably that too.
But then we just cared, and everybody cared. I come home and my neighbor went to country and she have a bag for me, and it's sweet potato and pear and you know things.
But Michelle, that's the same. It's the same concept of selling a spoon of salt. It's the same concept with a half a gill of oil, right? Because this woman in the community used to actually make coconut oil. She spends hours in her kitchen from like 2 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock in the morning, just to make sure that oil is made. And anybody come buy a half a gill or a gill of oil, that then come with them container and them get it and them gone. And the other thing is, if you really, really, really don't have it, what generally some people do is when they get the chicken back or the chicken, it have or the cow meat or something like that. People used to buy cow fat at the market for pennies. And when they take it home, they would fry it and it turns oil. I don't know if you know that, but they used to buy the cow fat at the market, and that cow fat becomes oil. And then you don't have to buy any coconut oil. Diana, you know about that?
Sorry, I missed that. What?
You ever hear about buying cow fat at the market to make oil? Mr. Butcherman in the market used to have the fat separate over there for people who want to buy the fat, take it home, and make oil.
The fat part of the cow?
Yes, the fat. Never know about that. Anybody know about that?
I'm thinking that is really unhealthy.
Then who says anything about it? Which part of Jamaican food healthy? Tell me, you tell me. Tell me
no,
where
Jamaica. What do you mean?
When we are grow up, yam on my
God.
plate was yam, banana, cocoa, dumpling, dasheen, and one
Look
little
at
piece
all
of meat.
those carbs. Those are good carbs. Those are good
But
carbs.
the
No
cow
wonder
fat,
we have so much diabetes.
a heart problem.
Heart problem.
Well, I suppose then you never had a lot of it. It was more just a little bit to fry whatever was being fried or to brown it, because I don't think that they used to even deep fat fry things like how we've come to do it.
But
So it's just a little bit to brown it and then you cook down the gravy. So you don't have enough to make you sick, Michelle. You know,
and then we used to walk a lot. We used to walk a lot.
That's
You
true.
have the whole of a car where we have a pack of
You
people.
need some good fats, and
Anytime
those
we
are
see
good fats.
When I grew up, anytime we see a car in our community, it's like, oh, geez, I've got one car, you know, that kind of thing, you know.
And you probably say, who that?
Yeah, somebody rich I pass through, you know. So
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
yeah.
Miss, you want to catch up with some more?
Yeah, D Dunn said, I heard of cow fat. Sandra Sterling said, pride has nothing to do with giving. Just as the time changed, people changed. People got selfish. Every man for themselves. That's sad. If I had extra food or anything, I go to my neighbors and offer it to them. And if they need it, they took it gratefully.
It's the other side. It's the other side, Sandy. It's if you don't have it, would you want to go and beg it for your neighbor? You know, we understand the people who have it and want to give it, but it's the person who don't have it, who need it, and the pride prevents them from going.
No, but I think that Sandy is quite right, Leo, because it goes back to caring for the other. So if I don't have it, my neighbor know that I don't have it. There was some kind of a connection in some communities where my grandmother's community, where she would send something for somebody. They never had to send for it. You know, food, the dinner cook or whatever it is. I spent a few days up in the country, and the dinner cook, and you know that they share out some and send. That person needs it, but the committee members know who needs it, and they send it. They don't have to beg.
I understand that, but when I think about those kind of things, I'm thinking about a family with 5 and 6 and 7 kids who the mother don't have it. And how's she gonna get it? She's gonna come next door and ask somebody for something to provide for them kids. You know, that's the tough part. It's not just one person that you know down the street. It's one woman and have 6 or 7 picnic around them and then have it, and the pride in asking for it is where I'm talking.
No, but I don't think perhaps now that the pride comes into play, but back then persons understood. So if somebody was killing a cow or killing something, they would always have a little piece that they were wrapping up to send for somebody who they don't need it.
Same thing.
And you understand? So they took care of each other.
Yeah, I think, like when I feel like I see these things still in my community, I guess because it's the same people are there, just that the children left. So they're familiar with each other. So they know who don't have, who not working, or like who might in need. So they will check on each other because they know each other. But like people that just come into the community that are not so, they don't really get to know the neighbors, they're not too willing to help, or they don't want to ask. But like usually they know, as I said, they will know. Like if somebody's starving, they will know if they're eating.
We spend a lot of time talking about what it was then, hard life then. But what is hard life now? It takes some comments first before you answer that. Because
okay. Leroy said the culture of asking for sugar, etc., carried on in the UK. We had a Jamaican neighbor. Lawton said, yes, Lord. Leo, I remember the cow fat. God help us to survive this time. Arlene said, yes, Leo, school the youths. I wish you. Dee said, we didn't worry about it. It's not healthy because we didn't overconsume. That makes sense. Patricia said, Mom used to always share whatever she had with her neighbors and best friends. Michael Dunkley said, we still use the cow fat in the patty industry.
Oh, that's exactly right. Yeah. That's that. Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. The cow fat is what they make to do two things in the patty.
That patty day, I'm going to eat my cow fat.
They use it for the flake, right? They use it to help to make the flake, and they also use it as a filler for the meat. Yes.
Oh, that's why so much oil in our patty and no meat.
So much oil in our patty all the time. That's exactly right.
Sandra said, yes, I would, Leo. I don't have any pride. I beg all the time. Johnny says, shared and cared. I remember going on summer vacation. My grandparents, neighbors slaughtered cows, and they bought half aside to my grandparents. In return, my grandmother, her family, and land had neighbors come and go up the hill to cut down cedar and other trees for furniture and other things. Amazing. Plus conversation would have inquiries about which set of grands were visiting from abroad. I would hear her say, no, the ones from England and Canada didn't come this year, only from New York. Or that's the coming in the week. So the discussion went fun memories. Is that true? They all know who they come. I wouldn't say Umbutu.
Umbutu.
It's
an African term that says, love one another, give love and get love.
Okay, VM said
it's called Ubuntu. Truly... Sorry, it's called Ubuntu.
Ubuntu. Yeah, Ubuntu. VM said it is truly about community in all aspects of life. We don't care about each other anymore. This is happening all over the world. Leroy said, unfortunately, we live in different worlds. No, it's sad.
Yes.
Arlene said, we did not have a lot of health problems back then. Only since fast food come in Jamaica. We used to eat bread and butter for lunch every day, and we were always slim.
I think we as young people growing up at the time, we took a lot of things for granted. And you have to think back. A lot of persons age 40 and 45 during the days were very old to us. And it didn't matter if they die. It didn't matter if they die because they're old, right? So we dismiss it because, 40.
But they never used to die, Leo. People at 40 and 50 never used to die. They weren't old. The people who died were real old people.
Yes, we think
anybody died in their 40s and 50s, it would be traumatic for us.
No, man. No. The trauma only come from gunshot then time they are.
No, trauma is somebody young because in our days that my mother, if anybody in our 50s died, it would have been traumatic for her because death comes only for old people.
Okay, so our thoughts of age as kids, if we're a group 10-year-old, somebody 50 old like a cow, okay?
That is true.
But them the 50-year-old old like a cow. And so if a person at age 50 die, to me as a 10-year-old kid, then deserve to die at the time because them all. Believe
but I'm saying, Leo, where you come from, 50 was not old. old, yes, the concept was that this person is an old person at 50, yes, because when mommy going to celebrate our friend who is 50, I'm rolling my eyes in the sky and saying 50, oh my God, 50. But if that person would die, we are totally different outlook, because we don't equate death to that age.
Would you agree with me that I'm making a statement now? That's my perception. Eh? Would you agree with me if I tell you that 50 years ago, that when a person gets to age like 40 in communities, not Kingston, no, nobody, not about the country community, they get to like 40 and 45, it's time for them to give up life. 50 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know where you live.
Not to die, no, but they change their complete way of life, meaning they're not going out to party again. No, they're going to church every night, every day. And they change the way they dress, and they change the way they look, and they change the way they talk, because no, a 60 and a 65-year-old person is still out there partying and thing, and not church.
Because they enjoy their youth.
Huh?
Because they enjoy their youth. They were forced, right? So now they might try to reclaim their youth.
No, it's just the way life was.
For your age.
It's just the way life was. The opportunities that existed for a 45, 50-year-old person 50 years ago is not the same it is now. There are greater opportunities now to extend life, to extend living beyond 50 than it was 50 years ago.
No,
I'm not asking you. I am saying.
I'm telling you so, but you're kind of wrong, because if no, what we're seeing are a lot of people are 100 and something. So that means 50 years ago, based on your analysis, they wouldn't be living long. But we see people are living longer.
I'm not talking about living. I'm not talking about living. I'm not talking about dying. I'm talking about the way of life.
Of course, you find God. I feel travel the world and say there's nothing out there. Then
Jamaicans not going to travel the world. No, we're talking about
you explore, you go dance, you go party, and then I said, no, it's time to seek God. There's nothing in this world that I need more than God. So then they start going to church.
And I'm saying that start later now than it did 50 years ago. 50 years ago, it started at 30 and 35 and 40. Now it's starting at 55 and 60. Do you understand? The life has changed.
Leo, yes. All right, because excuse Leo, for he did say that he never sleep good last night, so not all together. So make me excuse him today for his line of reasons a little bit faulty this morning.
No, it's not faulty. It's because we don't understand it. Because we don't know it. You can't fathom it.
You can't
fathom it because we grew up today. But back in the day, when a 10-year-old child look at someone who's now wearing big hat to go to church, the church hat, when they were 20 and 25 and 30, they weren't doing that. But at 40, they start because nobody now look them.
Yes, for them don't marry, have them children, and them are prepared for me. Then God no. All right, fine.
But now it's gone. Now it's increased. Take some comments. Come on,
okay. Okay. Sandra said, where Leo come from 45 and 50 is old. Lord help us. Johnny said,
no, it's not.
Grandparents due in their 90s. Great grandparents died in their 90s. No, she mean died. Grandparents died in their 90s. Great grandparents died in their 90s. If someone 60 died, my grandparents would say they died young. Sudden death, shocking. Johnny said, Leo, how will you get that? Yvonne said, love this topic, watching from Toronto. Leo, it was a mindset then on age, but over the years, persons are more educated on aging. So now 50 is the new 40.
Thank you.
60 is the new 50.
Excellent point. Thank you so much
for
that.
That's not your point. Your reasoning went off.
Exactly.
VM says, agreed. Leo, VM agree with you. Johnny said, Michelle, truth. Leo, crack. Arlene said, no, Leo, people are just living longer and we are more health conscious.
That's not my point. That's not my point. Okay, but go ahead.
Leo, go back to bed. Leo, go back to bed. People 50 should give up or it wouldn't be traumatic if they die.
Today, that's fine. Yes, I understand today.
Leo, did they start feeding you a lot of white rum or weed when you were younger?
Weed.
Diana, don't mix up your age group with me and Leo. People in the 50s look old and was old in our time. They look old then. That is why Social Security retirement benefits started 55 to 60
That's exactly
for
right.
women and 60 to 65 for men.
Who that?
Lorna.
Because
Lorna go on. Lorna must be your friend for a long time.
I don't think, I think back then because people used to die of polio.
Listen,
and the Spanish flu, all those stuff.
Man, no. 100 years ago, the rate, what they call the morbidity rate was about 50.
Yeah, because they never have medication.
But Arlene says that we are more health conscious and we're healthier.
I'm not talking about death. It's not death. We are talking about your lifestyle. I'm saying
they all of themselves.
Yes, but from the time you get to age 40, you get old. Back in the days, you get old.
I'm only glad to that the age because
yes,
Michelle couldn't survive.
Yes, we couldn't survive.
One said, at 10, I didn't know how old people were. You were a child and had to stay in my place. I am amazed now when I hear people's age when they died. I realize now that persons were not that much older than me.
That's exactly right.
Paula says, I agree with Leo. People are living longer. 60 is the new 50.
Yes, it is. It is.
Sandra said, hi, Lorna, you cannot agree with Leo. Leo cannot disagree with Prime Minister Diana. You cannot disagree.
I am the consultant for the Prime Minister. She has to change her policy now. Yeah?
No, me take you out of the cabinet. We take you out of the cabinet.
Yeah. I guess I was confused about your point.
No, it's not death we're talking about. I'm talking about how persons change their life completely.
They just thank God.
At age 40, them old. They mean they all up themselves. That's a good word. Them all up themselves, and then you can expect them to die at any point in time.
All right, tell the honest truth though. Do you think it's appropriate for a 50-year-old to be in a body rider and belly skin?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. If they think that
they enjoy their youth.
Yes, I listen. I don't have no problem with that. I don't have no problem with how people dress. I don't have no problem with if they want to wear wig or if they want to wear bald. I don't really have a problem with that. I think person's choice is their choice, and if
that's their choice.
If they want a big belly and they want to wear body rider, fine with me. Me love that.
That is their choice. In my opinion, with me, I've realized that as I age, I know that I have a child. I do change my dressing. I do change places I go, but me all up myself.
That's because you have a certain expectation of who you are when you have children. But if your children grow up with your freedom of expression, then they will grow up with the same type of freedom of expression. It's not anything to draw anybody's sexuality to you or anything, but it's the freedom of expressing yourself the way that you want to. So it's up to you to determine if you want your child to live 20 years ago.
I don't understand Leo this morning. Something just not connected. Leo, you're just all over the place. What are you talking about?
Because she bring up
I'm going to fire you. You are no longer
bringing up this 50-year-old and body rider.
As soon as this meeting done, you need to go to your bed.
When I bring up this thing about 50 and body rider.
She should have asked you one simple question. If you think that it's right for a 50-year-old to wear a body rider, yes or no?
No, it's not that easy.
Period. She never asked you nothing else.
Expectation. It's your life. It's
all go to your bed.
Yes,
it's all to your bed.
Don't you think that is how the person expect to live? Don't you think that's what that is?
Well, you can't wear body rider and be a thing. But as for me and my household, I don't think that's appropriate for me and my
Yes, for
household.
your household, right?
But anybody else can do whatever they want.
You have to understand that
I
are
think
people out there-
circumstances alter situations, and it depends on the circumstance. So if she's 70 and she wants to put on a battery rider to go beach or whatever, that's fine. But if this is her norm, for me, it would be a loose and inappropriate behavior. Everything.
you call people who live in a them house with them picnic and them everybody naked. What you calling people again?
That's fine. They knew this. That's fine. Them can choose to live like that. But they must recognize that they can't come into the public space and expect us all to embrace it and be acceptable. So I don't want to walk into the mall and see a 70-year-old lady in her batty rider all the way up to her batty, showing her batty jaw.
Why not?
Not in the mall. She can do it in her home. She can do it in her complex. I don't care. She can do it in her neighborhood. She can go to her neighbor. But
I mean, laugh,
no business. Leo, you're not in the cabinet, you know. You're working hard for me to dismiss you.
You're green me out.
I am going to fill out that form that you had to sign first. I'm going to date it.
I will still not reach our topic. More comments coming in.
Hey, let's hear them.
Fire. Johnny said, fire the consultant.
Fire.
Colin said, if you have it, flaunt it. Yeah. Sandra said, LOL, Leo. Ifan said, Leo, have a little point, because having kids then at 40 would go, who got pregnant, society would stigmatize and say old woman having baby. But no man can have kids past 40. Yeah, society has.
Absolutely.
Johnny says, to think old, that's a choice. Example, in my elders made me think longevity and grace. People were often surprised when they saw my grandparents, except for my pop's grandfather, silver hair. No one thought they were over 60.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they were in their 70s and 80s. That is true.
Yeah.
Ifan Brown said, if the ladies look good body-wise and feel comfortable doing it, why not?
If you're 70 and you feel comfortable doing it and walk out in the mall and but it shrivel up and thing and him feel all right with it, me all right. Me just laugh too, but
well, where you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. Johnny said appropriate attire.
But she's not going out with me. Me and her are not going into the mall. With her shrivel up bottom out the door. No.
Johnny said appropriate attire, respect for self. Those who do not dress appropriately are crying out for help and attention. That is my thing. I think you didn't enjoy your youth, or you're looking for something. And I noticed it because I do divorce cases. I noticed like sometimes as soon as a woman get divorced, they be like, I'm living my best life. So they're overdoing everything. And then after like a few years, they realize they get back to reality. And, you know, but it is what it is. Bishop says, I'm here.
To Leo out the road when he turned 17 and like a boy tight shorts.
Lorna said, I have two sons, 46 and 28 years old. They are happy to come into my closet and choose any outfit to wear. I am not revealing my age, but you can figure it out. Lorna says, at 91, my mother looked real good now. I sometimes try to remember her looks at 55. In her 60s, in her 60s, when her children grow up, I can support her. She started looking younger and good. People shocked to see how nice she looked. Sandra Sterling said, okay, I have to be honest. Growing up, I acted like a grandmother and dressed like a grandmother. As I got older, my clothes got shorter tastefully. I would not wear batty rider in my younger years. Barnes is laughing at Leo. Sandra said, please say hello to my Uncle Whitley in Jamaica. He's watching. Hi,
Whitley, Whitley.
Hi, Uncle Whitley. Where's Uncle Whitley though? Sandra, don't tell us where Jamaica is. Jamaica is a big place, you know. Not going like Jamaica, some little squeeze.
Which part of Jamaica?
It's a big place. Which city is he in?
Yes, our town.
Yeah, our district. Very informative discussion.
Thank you.
But I really do think that's person's. I mean, once upon a time, we used the English system to set our standard of living. And I remember, women used to say, oh, I'm aging when they get to 30. Oh, I need to have my baby now, or else I'm not going to be able to have my baby. And it's not
but it was a biological thing.
It wasn't a biological thing. No, it wasn't a biological thing. It was, no, man.
Leo, it's a biological thing because the risk of having children with complications after 35 is why people want to have babies before.
Not anymore.
35.
That's an old thing. We have women now. Even there's one in Jamaica. There's a
yes, but there's a higher risk of the baby having challenges after 35.
Yeah, no. What happened is it's not just biological. It has to do with how people think about you when you have a child at age 40. That
have nothing to do with how people think about you.
Yeah,
then just understand what the old man do it, baby, and it done this. But I'm saying that a lot of people didn't do it because of the risk. So they wanted to have babies earlier to minimize the risk.
I am not disagreeing with that, but I'm also saying that there was a stigma there that women, when they have children at their 40 and 43 and 44, there was a stigma there that they were trying to live the expectation, live up to that expectation. And so things have changed in a big way.
I'm really happy that we're way past that kind of a society that judges it
and that's
in
why
a negative way, because you seem to be suggesting that it was a negative.
Big time negative.
Well, let me say this, seeing that I'm in that generation, a lot of girls or women, it's not that something was wrong with them as people might have thought in the past. It's just that society changed where they're trying to put their career first and ensuring that they can provide for a child.
That's another one, yes.
Before they take on the responsibility of having a child.
Exactly.
That's another intentional thing. Yes, agree.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. That's why we choose to have children later in life.
Exactly. I know we know based on science, like
that you can have them up to all 50,
but it doesn't prevent you from having a child.
Exactly. But and so you can wear your body rider anytime, as you know, anytime you want, you can wear your body rider.
Well, Leo, just go wear your body rider.
Diana, please understand that we would love to see you guys in body rider at age 60.
I'm not at that age yet, Leo. If you're waiting for somebody in their 70s and 60s and 50s, I am not there yet. So I can wear my Bermuda shorts, which I much prefer as opposed to.
Okay, what is a Bermuda short?
And I like my pedal pushers.
Over your knee.
I like those. For me, I'm just not a body rider woman.
Hold on. The Bermuda, what? The Bermuda short is at your knee?
Yes, I'm a pedal pusher. So I wear a pedal pusher. You see? My pedal.
Why would I want to go out with a girl?
What year? That was fashion. And it's still fashion. What are you talking about?
Body rider is a thing. Body rider is a thing. No.
No.
Go out nowhere with you. And as a matter of fact, you're not going nowhere.
Pedal pushing.
Listen, I think fashion
girl in a body rider. So you are going to invite some. No, this turn different story. So you go tell me, say, you invite a woman out to go to dinner and she turn up in a body rider and you
you're going to kind blind and losing glasses, please.
So you come to Jamaica and me tell you, make me go over here and eat fish. And me just put on body rider.
As long as the men them next door are looking at her for the right reason, right? For the right reason, right? Me not no problem with that. It's not that they're looking at her to laugh at her, but looking at her. Oh my God.
Well, it depends on where you invite her to. Because if it's the beach,
no matter where, the only place he could have invited her to in a body rider, she even need to invite her. Because if him invite me to dinner now and me turn up in a body rider, I'm supposed to say, wait, somebody call me soon come back.
Or sneak out.
Yes.
Lorna says, hi Lorna, me and you in the same age. Me not tell them though. Bishop said the comments make me a holler loudly. So I just said
Bishop is on. Bishop is so good. Bishop has not been on for a while. Bishop is over in Switzerland. Bishop so good. Yeah. Yay! And I tell you a story about Bishop when you're done the comments.
Okay. Sandra said he lives in Greenwood, St. James, close to Trelawney. That's right.
Yes, I know Greenwood there. Yes. Hello.
Hi,
Paulette
uncle.
says, my dad is now 92 and he looks younger than he did at 70. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of himself. Joni said, this week discussion is hot topics. What you think? Love you all.
All right.
Arlene said, Leo, would you approve of your elderly female relatives wearing crop top and batty rider stomach?
I don't know what a crop top is. What is a crop top? Help me.
Like a little under your breast. Like
breast. Or the thing where just hold up the breast like so?
Yeah, a little cut out. Shirt them.
Okay.
No, he would not.
Well, what age Arlene said, because he probably should have go run while we run all the way down to our knee. Have to hold them up.
Sandra said 50s are not the new 40s. 40 is the new 30s. I'm over 40, and to this day, everyone jaw drop when I tell them my age, and I have 4 children.
Yes.
Paulette says, I met a woman from Jamaica who had a baby at 40 back in the days, and she did it for as long as she could. Hid it for as long as she could, and the community thought the baby was her grandchild.
That's my point. There you go. That's my point. She hid the child. Yep. Yes.
And ignorance.
Yes. Same thing. It's the old English system that we adopt. This English system that's make you think that you're supposed to be perfect human being. It's foolishness. But go ahead.
Yeah, foolishness. Time has changed. Leroy said, whatever that is, Praha, ha, 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 ha.
My laugh.
Oh, my laugh, sorry. Then Bishop said, Diana here in Switzerland may live their lives and become financial stable when they have 1 or 2 children. Yeah, society change.
Yeah.
Leo, Bishop said, Leo, I'm bringing you to court.
Yes. Lock him up.
Lorna said, Leo, I agree with you. My mother had my little sister at 45. I was so embarrassed for her. Yes. I felt so bad for her.
Yes.
Thank God she had my sister then. We, the older siblings, took care of her. She's the only one of my siblings with a PhD.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Well, society has changed. You know, women have changed. Thank God for that. We became smarter. You know.
But that's what the embarrassment was, because they might look around and say, oh, she old. I wish I do it.
But 45.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Way unfortunate. Yeah. I have a friend of mine who had their first child at 42, and it wasn't an embarrassment. You know, she had the second one at 45.
Hey, then let me ask you: is there an embarrassment when the man at 60 has a child?
70.
70. Some are 70.
Is there any embarrassment?
No.
70.
Anybody embarrassed?
No, I'm saying, listen, you don't understand.
Always have to be so.
This is back.
So
too young, you know. Too young. I am talking about 50 years ago. This was what was 50 years ago.
I mean, I ask you,
let me try to figure out
when Papi having picnic at 70 and 60, anybody did I look for Papi? Or them a beat him on the chest and I call him Ram Goat?
Ram, what? You mean Village Ram?
Yes. Or them a commend him. What happened then?
Of course.
Years ago? So not talk about the woman. What happened to the man?
Because back in the day,
at 50 was just having children.
Yeah, because back in the day,
what was the outlook?
Because men were back in the days were considered the prime of the species, and men dictate pretty much back then. Things have changed. It was okay for the men. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
not in my household though.
And that's why men could go around. A lot of men in Jamaica have 30 and 40.
Already out, Dr. Dan. I already out. We're gonna have to recondition him. Already out.
Lost, man. Lost.
Patricia said, I can't with Leo. I'm dying here. Paulette said, I believe in different strokes for different folks. Johnny said, Leo, that's not respect and caring if you are showing her off in that attire. Come on, Leo. Yeah. Would you want your daughter to wear that out? Waiting to hear. Well, he'll be back.
See that in runway gone. He can't answer the question. So in runway gone, I try to escape the question.
So I just say, of course, Leo would think that. That's the older men mindset. I guess because they start suffering from the see and blind, hear and deaf syndrome. Leo sending us stars. Bishop said Leo is 59 years old. Is that so, Leo?
Leo,
When he come back, we find out.
am I hiding now?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You are 59?
Yes.
I lie. You look young. Paula said that's a double standard. Men can have children at any age.
Yeah.
Lorna said, Michelle, let me tell you, Leo are 55. So one person said 55, one said 59. Sandra said Leo is 80.
Yes, Sandra, we know you're right. Maybe they're probably saying probably 81, but it's all right, we give 80.
And I
Oh
think
my
they are like
God.
maybe 52, 51, 50, early 50.
No, Leo older than that.
I lie.
Yeah, man, Leo
My
Well,
older
look
than
young.
man.
I
My
guess.
battery is dying, and I don't know why it's dying. And so I hope it doesn't kill the show.
We can't hear you, so if you mumble your ear
His
drum,
battery is dying. Oh, Lorna says, Michelle, sorry, Leo is 64 now.
Leo can't 64, you know, so old.
Is it plugged in?
It's plugged in, but I don't know why it's dying. It's not not sure. Yeah, it's
but
not
see,
charging.
Disconnected halfway. You see how if I help him out with him bright, say if you know everything and no nothing, can't even plug him in thing. Leo, remember that it usually have a little connection between the outlet and
I found it. Thank you. I found it. Yes.
You found it? Oh, what was it?
I'm good now. It's a Apple computer. So what happened is there's an extra plug that's down there.
And that part wasn't plugged in.
But it wasn't plugged in. So we're good.
See, we have to help you if it is
Okay, so we're trying to figure out your age.
Why don't you want to figure out my age?
I thought you were like 51, you know, 51,
I have a daughter 39, one 38, my son 35, and another one 31.
You could always start have children at 14.
Leo, you have a son, you have a daughter who is how old?
39.
139, 138, my son 35 last week, and another son that's 31 in July.
Okay.
So how long can yourself have children then?
Yes, I have grown kids. But it doesn't say that I'm not gonna have any more, because I can't have them up to like
no,
80
don't have
or
any
90
more.
or something.
My God. No, you don't need no more. Just grandchildren now.
Oh my
no,
God.
Patricia said no, your brother gets Leo age. No, he's not 59. Leo, stop fibbing. Philip said that makes him 64. You know me no Leo age because you say you were like 20 when you had to go to the hospital in Montego Bay. But you are 59.
So
am I
Bishop
right?
Bishop did say that he was 59.
Yeah.
Leo all like what's it? Make Leo do it. No business about Leo age. We don't even care. You all like what?
Yeah. Arlene said 61. Lorna said just figure out his age by when he went to Sam Sharp.
Who knows how it is?
Anybody online who went to Sam Sharp with Leo?
Well, no, me try Addy, but you said you went to the hospital when you were 20, right?
Don't ask me my age. Don't ask me.
No, Michelle, remember
All
story
right,
no go so. He never went to the hospital because he was afraid.
Oh, yeah, when
So
that
he phone booed while the poor lady up at the hospital and give birth and a struggle and a go through all coward. Him there a phone booed stand up a call every him ban yet. Oh, coward. Yeah, coward when you but you're coward now figure out what to give
Lord of mercy.
No, he's trying to let us do maths. Wow.
When did this thing turn to me? Because I have a different opinion about life, when I jump all over I and I. Eh?
You're having an awakening.
Well, I'm firing you from the cabinet and I want to make sure I don't have to pay a pension.
It looks like I'm going to be here for a long time because that pension now going away. I can't touch it.
Well, based on the existing trends, you would have fit in at the category with all of them who are still in the cabinet.
But you know, I am happy for for where we are in our lives today, because then it's not a man owning or having dominion over a woman. It's every person have them self-respect, and them set them own expectations, and them live them life the way they want to, not because of somebody else. You can do your thing the way that you want to. You're born alone. Even when you're twin, you're born alone. You're born alone. You live your life alone with some guidance until you're 18, and then you take over and do your own thing, people. Don't depend upon nobody else to set the standard for you. Just live and state your
No, I agree to a point, but the standards must be set. There must be some established standards. Perhaps
of course,
standards
moral standards
established
of
between
course.
your getting to 18. But it can't be that you just willy-nilly go there and say, boy, my life, I'm gonna do what I want.
Of course, I understand within the law. I'm not and will more some kind of moral support. I understand all of that, but I'm saying that don't let nobody dictate who you are, because you're supposed to. When you grow up to 18, you're supposed to know what is truth, what is honesty, what is lie, what is dishonesty. You're supposed to know all of them things there. All right, that's fine. That's why them grow till like 18. And then when you become 18 now, you decide whether or not you want to go to prison for the rest of your life, or you want to take a life on to work and become productive. That's it.
All right.
I agree.
It's kind of hard to go hold life hard in Jamaica, but life hard in Jamaica, and I want to get to before we end.
You know what with me? Why they go in and out?
We're listening to you.
Oh, I thought Michelle was saying something. There's some comments. Are we good on the comments? I'm going in and out.
Or is it my computer?
I think it's your computer.
But I can.
But you were saying you're going to say something, Michelle.
No, I was saying, yeah, life hard. We just have to make the best of it, and try our best with whatever in our situation to do what's best for ourselves and our family. I know my thing is that I know it's hard, like with food and stuff, like some people are complaining about that. I always say do a little farming in your backyard if you have it. If you can afford to do a little farming, it will help. Plant a banana, plant some pepper, plant some cabbage. It's hard to people. It's hard, I know, but
Calalo. Hey, listen. With Calalo, you always have something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't understand how things are in some communities. So yes, I want to plant my things, and I have a banana around the back, and the banana look like it almost fit. You can imagine the morning when I wake up and look out there and the banana gone.
What?
Or you leave your callaloo and you come back and the callaloo.
I know, I good.
It's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard to say yes, we must do these things, but it is probably easier for me to be able to afford to go buy a pack of callaloo at the supermarket, plus me now have to cut it up myself, than to tell me if you grow callaloo.
Yeah, I understand.
Just saying, you have to try, like it's hard, but you have to try yourself to make it less burdensome on you. You can't be reliant. You're saying there are no jobs where you can make money to go buy these things, then try to use other options.
I think you missed Diana's point. Because
we don't shut up about it, teach them like you grow your banana and
because
you wanna come feed. That I worse. It happened, me see happen daily, people are cry.
And the bad thing about it, even if the police catch them 2 days, 3 days later on, you still don't have your banana. You still don't have your banana.
I would have the banana there, and me cut one hand, and me go do that, and next tomorrow me cut one other hand. But then cut down the whole bunch of banana and gone with it, and not leave none. I like you have 20 goat. And you go out, put your goat out, you come back for your goat them, and all I goat them gone. You know how hard that is?
It is hard, but what my point was that I know people are having their hands up like what to do, but you just have to find ways to help yourself, because with what the government can do is so limited. So you go to waste your time at the government. So just
here's the difficulty. There's a gentleman that should have kicked off our show on Tuesday night. Where last week he released a video. It was coming from a job and they fired him, or he didn't have the job anymore. And he just had the job for a couple of days. And he's had several such type of jobs where he only worked for a couple of days and he either get fired or something happened and he's no longer has a job. So when he was coming from the last one, he started crying. He was talking in this video and saying how, you know, things hard and that, you know, it's time for him now to think about going robbing somebody, you know, because every time him get a job, something happen and him lose a job and him not have no hope. He might lose hope. And the idea is for him to get rich or to have something to eat, he's gonna have to rob and steal somebody. And the video went right across social media. And one day, that day that he was crying, he had a lot of unkempt beard and was wearing some kind of loose clothes and stuff. And the next day, he had cut his beard and looked nice and smiling now because he got a job. You know what he was doing? He got a job to work on a chicken farm. Yes.
It's his own farm.
Something. No, he got a job to work on a chicken farm.
No, a theme farm. They purchased a chicken for him. Like,
he did.
Yeah, so he's growing chicken. And then they gave him money to pay for the feed. So that's why he said in the video, like he didn't pay for it all at once, but he gave them the money. So when it's ready to feed the chicken, he just go pick up the bag.
Oh my God, that is even better. You know, that's so much. I mean, to me, a quick turnaround like that, it's not the money that was important to me. It's not the fact that he had lost hope to me, but it's the quick turnaround of his attitude that meant so much to me, because I saw him being really, really happy and thankful for an opportunity for himself. I mean, I thought that was really, really a great.
But that's true. Like a lot of the youth, I think they do need opportunities and alternative to what's out there. If given that opportunity.
I agree.
And what he did point it out was that the seventh day church provided him with mentorship.
Yes.
So that's why he was grateful, because they have a mentorship program. It's a volatile era in Montego Bay. And he said he was a part of it and he lost, like they lost him somewhere along the way. Because he said, I guess he was back and forth with some friends and whatever. But that's what they do need, opportunities in the communities. Like even as you said, the farming, they could do a farm. The farming, you know, like raise some pigs or chickens.
Well, you know, Michelle, the other thing about this is that he could have taken that money and go spend to do other things. But he took the money and he enhanced his farm. That's telling me a lot about him, you know. It's telling me a lot about his will.
And I'm not trying to not recognize the value and the merit of it, but how many young people come out of our high schools each end of year? How many of them would have space for a chicken farm?
Right, I agree.
So it's the ideal solution for one group, but we have to understand that there's another group that you have to prepare them differently or give them another opportunity.
Yeah.
In the paper yesterday or today.
I wasn't saying I only. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
In the paper yesterday.
In the paper yesterday or today there's this taxi man who was sharing how difficult it is. He's new to the taxi operation. And he was sharing that he used to be a security guard. Things got hard because a lot of security guards lost their job and there's no money much. And so he's become a taxi operator. But that in itself is another struggle and hardship.
To get a customer.
Taxi.
To get a customer.
Yes, to get customers and to keep the customers. So you shared a story that he have 4 passengers in his car and another taxi man come and say to the passengers that this taxi, like him gone to look for another, to try and get another passenger. And him come and say, when I go, pop in? And the people them say yes. And he say, but the taxi then I go pop in. So people then come out and go in the other taxi. So these are the kind of cutthroat things. He shared another story how one taxi man say to the lady, don't take that the taxi man there because him is a rapist taxi. These are the things. So his immediate response was, yes, not take film either because I told we did in a prison for rape the same girl. And that you take bad things make laugh, but things are hard when people will tell these kind of tales just to earn $100. Hard.
Yeah, but what I was saying about giving opportunity, it doesn't have to be a chicken farm. But a lot of skills that you could teach them because you have mechanic, you have a lot of cars on the roads always have issues. You could teach them to be mechanic. There are a lot of skills, like bakery, bakery need hands to help them. But teach them skills that can help them to earn money. Because education, going through the formal school of college, university, doesn't work for everyone. But they just need to give them opportunities.
At the same time, we don't want to be too idealistic. We have to be real about how to resolve. And the reason why I like this story is because it's real. Somebody was about on the brink and about to do something wrong. And here it is. He served as a great. Now, listen, the last video is like Shane. The person gets shot and the story of Shane. The person got shot and then ride off into the sunset, and you don't know whether or not the person died. You know what I mean? So his last video, I don't know what's gonna happen between now and the time the chickens are going to be hatched and able to sell them. If there are gonna be more problems or something like that, but it gives us a little bit of hope that given an opportunity, someone will feel happy and change them from the brink of demise to brink of success.
What was so important too is that he had assistance along the way. Can remember his landlord that he couldn't pay. I don't know if you saw the portion with the landlord. Like sometimes he couldn't pay the rent, and she he's a good kid, good person. He just having a hard time, so she gave him a break. She never just kick him out and say come out and whatever. And the church, even though he was still not a part of the program, the pastor actually came and tried to assist. So that to me showed that the church is going to play and must play an important role in if we want to solve most of these problems that are existing. All right, we have a lot of comments coming in. Philip said, I saw the video and it was frightening. Arlene said, I saw the video. Joni said, you wake up another day. It's God's blessings and grace. Live your best. Sadly, Dianna, people are selfish, uncaring, greedy, practicing the 7 deadly sins instead of the most important one. The golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Others do unto you. Bishop said, I saw the video. Sandra said, that is an amazing story. Philip said, we all have the potential, only need the right resources and support. Joni said, that's right, Michelle. Folks have to select a path that will serve them and the greater good, even legacy building process. Philip says, listen, don't judge a book by its cover. That is true. Even legacy. Bishop said, so Leo, you read Shane too? Ariane said, I run a foundation in Arnett Gardens, currently teaching website building and music, and will be teaching sewing. That is awesome.
Wow.
Johnny said the landlord showed grace. Thing is, people don't know how to see opportunities. And Sandra said, it's just sad that you have to get to your lowest to get a little help. Why do you have to get to your knees to get help when not?
Because I'm not the prime minister yet. I have a solution.
Let me apologize to my YouTubers. I am so sorry, guys. Them two people here have me cornered, right? And them have me all excited morning. We can't even get a chance to go up on YouTube. They're on me defensive all morning. They're on me defensive because they might attack me. All right? Please help me out here. YouTubers. They have Sharon on there, Philip,
You're wicked.
Marvet, all of these guys. I welcome. Thank you so much for your comments. Marvet says, so why is Leo hiding his age? Go ahead. And Sharon says, Sharon, what she says? We gone back to the days of buying spoon of butter and grease paper.
Oh my God. But not to worry, because once I'm made Prime Minister, as it relates to the people coming out of school, yes, Michelle is quite right, and she's in the cabinet appropriately. So we have to have vocational training. So we put people into vocations, but not just give them a skill, because it is frustrating to train people and don't have placement opportunities. So we have to become a society with manufacturing operations, so we can manufacture ourselves out of this poverty and this destitute feeling that is overtaking all aspects. And also, we can't ignore that there are developed countries that need particular skill sets. We need to build the capacity of our people, them coming out of high school, make them all plumbers. All these plumbers get contract placements.
Oh, Canada always hiring them.
For Canada and the US, because when winter, I don't need all of the plumbers, them cause everything ice up and bust up and all of that, and Europe, we can send them there. This Prime Minister, let me tell you, this Prime Minister has a plan.
Yeah, and could I add something, Mrs. Prime Minister? I just wanted to add something.
Sure, Deputy.
Not only to teach them these skills, but also teach them about money management.
Yes.
And how to survive. Because remember, they can make the money, but they don't know how to manage it well, to pay their bills, etc., how to save. So we have to teach them those things too, along with those skills.
I don't even know about the survival part, because there's one thing I know about Jamaicans. They know if they survive. The taxi man, the story of this taxi man who tell him, say, oh, the Naga, we place Papin.
Where Papin?
Yeah, that's survival skills. He is using it the wrong way.
Yeah.
but he realizes that, listen, if I don't bring those ladies or those passengers in this taxi into my taxi, then I would be doing myself an injustice. So
he's wrong. He's wrong because they need to have a structured operation where the taxis wait your turn. You fill up, you go. Next person, you fill up, you go. If they have that kind of structure, we don't need
that. No need for that.
Want to respect.
Learn. You want to do?
I just want to say that there's Philip Demetrius online, also Sharon Watson and Marvet. So I just want to recognize them. Thank you so much for joining.
Okay, some more comments. I know we're running out of time. Arlene said, there are skills I used to make. Oh, I read that. Arlene said, quick fix mentality is one of the issues. Yes. The quick fix. And Johnny said, wow, Leah, nothing, no go so. You aren't cornered, you are loving. You are loving it. And he said, I went to Homewood in the 70s and everyone who graduated left with a marketable skill. Oh, my dad went there, Homewood.
Yes, really?
Yeah. Clarion said, I will vote for you. So you got one vote already, Dr. Dianna. Philip said, money management. Yeah, Philip said, money management is key. Should start from high school. I agree 100%.
Yes.
Arlene said, in high school, we have those skills taught at the basic level, woodwork and baking. Sandra says, vote Queen Diana for Prime Minister. She will emancipate us from mental slavery, none but ourselves. She'll help us to free our minds.
Actually, I prefer the physical slavery. That's what I want her to release us from. Because we don't have no job, we don't have no money, we don't have no people skill, we don't have no resources, and we need a prime minister, not for the mental, because we really strong mentally as a people. But
here.
Johnny says, Japan has a great concept. They limit the number of professions to ensure balance. Doctors, electricians, plumbers, etc. Also ensure that they all have the right ingredients to build the society to greater heights. That is a good Good
Well,
one.
we
That's
have to
an
plan.
approach.
You know, one of the things that we're not good at is planning and then executing. Jamaica have the best plans in the world. I mean, you can't find another country.
Implementation.
You can't find another country that can write plans as good as Jamaica. I'm not. Listen, I am in the middle of it. I see them. America cannot write plans like Jamaicans can. Nobody in the world can do that. But when it comes to implementation, they will write the plan and put it down and say, I did the plan. I did, and this is the plan. This is what I did for the longest time. I planned it. But execution, no, I didn't care.
But is it that we probably don't have the resources for the
I'm
implementation
sure that's
of
what
the
it is.
plan?
I'm
Or
sure that's
probably is a misappropriation of the resources that we never get to the plan.
misappropriation is good. Misappropriation is good.
Misappropriation is the right word. Marcia said because it's cheaper to buy ready-made, I guess making clothes.
Yeah.
Bishop said those taxi operators need to come here in Switzerland and learn the waiting business. Johnny said lessons in living as a good and productive citizen begins at home, toddler age. Clarion said, I would love to join your conversation. Sandra said, if we are free from mental slavery, we'll evolve physically. I agree. Johnny says,
Sorry, where is Phil Potts, who says that she wants to join the conversation another day, perhaps? Is she in Jamaica? Because
I don't know. Johnny
Okay.
said planning, design, implementation, and maintenance. That is true. Yvonne said, truly. Johnny said, that's why working in corporate America, I have been able to flourish.
Yes.
And you need to educate the others, Johnny. Don't be selfish. Teach people how to flourish.
Well, the one thing that I can tell you that my our lives in America was not easy, but our growing up prepared us that whatever challenges that there are that we had in America, we were able to get through those challenges because of my growing up, because of our growing up in Jamaica. Jamaica has given us a great foundation to survive, foundation to withstand the torrent times, the hard times, and know that we are going to be successful one day. Now, the difference between having the tough times as a youth growing up in Jamaica and still stay at Jamaica is that you probably don't have hope of any good life later on. You might be just living really tough times throughout your life. So when I come to America, I use my tough time as a basis, as a foundation, knowing, because I remember saying to in my mind, I'm giving up 2 years of my life, tough life, to become better at what I do in America. I remember that clearly. Yeah, probably took me a little bit longer than 2 years, but at least I had that plan. And I said, nothing in America can tap me, right?
Yeah.
But in America, if you're Jamaica, and you can't even give yourself those 2 years, because you're not sure if 5 years from now life is gonna be better if you still live in a certain communities. You're stuck there, you become old there.
That is true, because I see where people like leave Jamaica, like young people that I know that wouldn't have an opportunity, that I've seen come here. Either they go nursing school,
Yes.
they own a trucking business,
Yes.
you see they turn pilot,
Yep.
but back then they never have hope till they
They
got the
wouldn't have any
opportunity to
hope at
come
all.
here.
Yes.
And they're doing it, like they didn't play around. Their money, like I see some like doing home design, which is something you want to think of somebody doing. But like they used to work on construction when they first came, and they just say, you know what, let me just do my own business where I just go in and design.
I tell you, that's a good point. Let me tell you this. Hold on 1 second. If you are a plumber in Jamaica, an electrician in Jamaica, a cabinet maker in Jamaica, a carpenter in Jamaica, and life not good, come America.
I mean, I tell you,
you're rich.
Designer furniture, like my friend dad.
Okay.
Rich. Like my friend dad, he used to make furniture back home in Jamaica.
Yes.
And when I tell you it's designer furniture he made, the same furniture we have at our home in Jamaica, that's what he creates for people.
Yes.
And make them not really a full millionaire, but you know what I mean.
The people
Yes,
put up drapes, put up drapes and stuff. Rich. Listen,
Right.
those kinds of vocational skills are so in demand in America. You don't have enough hands to make these things.
Right, Leo. But we live in a society these days that says in Jamaica, there is no merit unless you are lawyer, doctor, or
Yeah,
I know that.
and so it's hard to inculcate within the population growing up that these hands-on vocational competencies can make something of you until we as the government make a deliberate attempt to educate the people, just like we need to make a deliberate attempt so that we would not have had to throw away 60,000 doses of the vaccine because we weren't deliberate in our plan. So yes, we write the best plan. We're going to have 100,000 COVID vaccine. Them expire the 30th at midnight and they have to be dumped because you couldn't get them to, you never had the logistics in place to get them to the people that, and it's the same thing. So we know better. We know that if the people become carpenters and mason experts and plumbers, that they have opportunities for employment in the States and overseas, but we have done nothing for it. We continue to fail our people.
That's true. And Canada always, I say Canada because I know of Canada always publishing skills that they need.
When I left Jamaica, when I was living in Jamaica, one of the jobs that I really wanted was to work at NCB as a teller. Right? Because
that was
it's like that is the ideal job that anybody in Jamaica had. Then time they met about.
Yeah.
Man, I went to every bank in a Montego Bay, every bank in a Portmore. I tried to get a job and couldn't get that one. I come to America and I walked inside of a bank to apply for a teller job. And the teller job I pay $5.50 an hour.
It was the lowest paying job. I used to do customer service, and I used to think in Jamaica when I used to do customer service.
You know what? I tell a job America.
And the worst paid job. But it's not what it is. Everybody like so high am I, but not to look down on any job. A job is a job. But you know what caught my eye when I first came here? No, after I came here, I finished law school. I was doing taxes, and this guy, I did his taxes, and he owed thousands of dollars. And you know what he was? An oil plumber. You know, like the oil rig out in California.
Yes, tax.
He made like $300 and something an hour.
Yes.
On that.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like we look down on it and be like, what?
In dirty, right? In job dirty.
And he was making so much money. And these people owe a lot of money.
Yes.
Owe a lot of money to IRS because they don't pay taxes up front. But they don't have loans. And one time they had this post about people like we go to college and we have these loans. And then you have the electrician working more money, having no loans.
That's right.
So now these skills people, but that's not how they make it look in Jamaica, you know?
Yes. You see, that's why we as the government will have to look and plan and implement. We have to be deliberate. The next 2 years, we're building the vocational competencies in different fields, and we must find, so all who know out in the diaspora, who need to come to Prime Minister Davis and the rest of my cabinet here, including the consultant up in Sandra, and the other consultant over in Switzerland, because we're going to have to place the people in these diverse locations. So Miss Philpott says that she's in Kingston.
Yeah, we'll play a part. Leo will play a part in our cabinet.
Yeah, he will. We're going to do it. We're going to commit to doing this.
We want Prime Minister Davis. We want.
And look here, I mean, not marching nowhere. Nobody not march nowhere for go lock up. We are run through a thing. Like I said, so far, we don't want nobody lock up and nobody have to come bail with.
Exactly.
We're not that kind of an approach.
We're not that approach. We're smarter than that. We're gonna get things done.
Yeah. We march on internet. We march on.
Okay. Philip says, we're out of time. Oh my, so many comments. We're out of time.
Go ahead.
Okay. Philip said, as a nurse, we survive and surviving based on the fundamentals we were taught to survive. It pays off. Lorna said, all I know, PM, Prime Minister Dianna are going to have a hard time with all these post-COVID young people. She will have to open up wayside schools to teach them. That is so sad.
Yes, working on it.
Johnny said we can do things at home while taking a page from foreign. Guidance counseling, if folks are open and take the stars out of their eyes and don't think about the money. Diligence and focus. Jamaicans are flighty and not quick to look for the poor. You have to invest self and time. That is true. Sandra said, great discussion today. You all helped to ease my migraine. Thank you. Love you all. Arlene said, guys, what are you saying? That is taken away from our economy. Philip says they should take the vaccine to the people and not the people coming for the vaccine. That's a good option.
Yeah, Sharon.
Johnny said we don't have to build. Okay, let me just read this and you read yours. Johnny said we don't have to build America. We want to build Jamaica. Here, Diana. Everyone counts, no matter your vocation and profession. We need each one. The God in any corporation is the maintenance crew. That is true. Without them, nothing will happen from electricity to clean bathrooms. You know who important to the IT? Lorna said, plumber come to my house for 1 hour. I have to pay him half of my week's pay. I'm coming back in my next life. I'm telling you, my God. Clarence said, because it's a dangerous job. Arlene says, all the skills and trade people should migrate. No. Nancy Brown said, I am glad the day I got the opportunity to leave Jamaica, I now have the opportunity to develop to my full potential. The vocational skills were there prior until we were brainwashed. Yeah. Diana said, Diana, you know I am there. Philip said, we got your back, Diana. Diana for fear. Bishop said, anytime, Diana. Johnny said, IT is my profession, but still need maintenance school. That is true.
Yeah. Diana, Sharon and Marvet says they'll vote for Diana for Prime Minister. Sharon says, she says, but they know how to find you in the deep countrysides when election time come and beg your vote or bite. You mean buy your vote?
Yes.
Darn shame that they had to throw out the machine. The vaccine. Throw out the vaccine.
Yes, okay. Yeah, man, to throw the vaccine. I mean, when I listen here on the radio and they're saying to get the vaccine, you must register online at XYZ. I'm saying, register what online? You mean you must stand up at the line out of the church and get the vaccine? Oh, my great granny or my uncle now, who can barely have him like a banger phone, go and register. How that man blue?
And just try to do what America do in the world.
Banger phone, go and register online. How is that?
Yeah, and it's sad, because some people are saying that they were trying to get their vaccine, but because it was a day before, they were turning them back. And then when they went back, they didn't have. Yes. So it kind of sad because the length of time that they're saying they need the second dose is not the practice of other countries where
right, they made it much longer.
Yeah, so you have 21 days, I think, here.
Well, it's time for us to go again on a Saturday morning. It's so nice to have been here this morning. The people, them two people here attacked me this morning. But me, I go get back to them. One of these days. Get back to them. Good.
Yeah, all
right. Michelle, go ahead.
Okay, everyone for tuning in.
I hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yes, no, we can.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's always a pleasure being here with each and every one of you to have your comments. And just remember, as we said earlier, we can all do our part in our community. We can try to be more caring to others, help where we can, because we know it's hard. Try to help, try to assist if you can. And remember that COVID is still a thing. So remember to get the vaccine if you can, if they have vaccines available. And sanitize, wear your mask, and social distance. And see you on Tuesday.
Thank you very much.
Hold on before you go. Somebody promised somebody to come on Tuesday night. Who is it again?
I thought someone was coming on today.
Dr. Beverly Gordon coming on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night. Have fun with that.
Have the pleasure or displeasure of Dr. Beverly Gordon Tuesday night. And she's going to be on my side.
We'll see when she gets here. Thank Thank you very much for being here. It's a wonderful day out in Jamaica. I am going to run off to get roast breadfruit from the roast breadfruit man. He's going to peel it for me so I don't have to peel it, just so you know.
Hold on. Before you go any further, you say, what the roast breadfruit man do?
He roast the breadfruit and he peel it.
And slice it too?
No, we can do that.
So you, at the top of the hour, we talked about taking out the Christmas out of Christmas. You are taking out the dinner out of dinner?
No, he's peeling the breadfruit for me.
No,
and
you're
you know
not
how
supposed to roast your breadfruit out the back of your house.
Look at Leo, you come out, you know, see modern times now. Anyway, guys, it's so good to be here. Wonderful to see you online. Leo, if you would share your phone number so Miss Philpotts can send you a message with her contact details so I can reach out to her because she wants to talk a little bit about what she does here in Jamaica as well. So that's fabulous, guys. Keep safe. Love you.
Miss Philpott, you can call me anytime. My Facebook page is easy. My number today, either call 909-438-1819. 909-438-1819. Just holla at me. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. Hey, remember, I want what kind of a music show in the evening, you know, whole people listen. So if you know on
a good vibes. Good vibes.
What's the name that we join it on your YouTube station? We can find it.
The Mighty Enforcers. Let's go online and search. Google the Mighty Enforcers. My show starts at 6 o'clock. And enough good.
6 o'clock is not Jamaican time, people. 6 o'clock is his American time. It's 5 o'clock for us. Hello.
Okay. Good vibes. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Diana. I will see you all on Tuesday again.
Prime Minister Diana.
Prime Minister Diana. You're gonna need an attorney. Remember, you're gonna need an attorney.
My attorney general is here and deputy prime minister as well.
Already in that cabinet.
Yeah.
Bye.